Welcome back. Here we are on the verge of enjoying the filling in our delicious Accordion Festival sandwich. But before I continue, I would like to acknowledge a few sponsors of our activity. Of course, I've already mentioned Alan Zisman of McLean Park Music and the Vancouver Squeezebox Circle, and Mr. Fireman of the Legion of Flying Monkeys Horn Orchestra, the artists in residence at McLean Park, and of course the Vancouver Park Board itself for helping provide the events you've seen so far and the one we're about to show you with a venue and with sound equipment and amplification, technical support. I'd like to thank Jim Lipkovits of Valentine Media Services for documenting and recording all of these clips that we're sharing with you. Thanks to our media sponsors at the Columbia Journal and, of course, CFRO, Co-op Community Radio, 100.5 FM in Vancouver, BC. I think their fall memory drive may still be on. If you're moved to make a donation to our parent radio station, I wouldn't object to it. A tip of the hat to our friends at Car Free Vancouver, who got us on the video streaming train to begin with. And finally, we are beyond overjoyed, thrilled to announce that we received financial support for this event you're about to see from the Sound On initiative, supported by Creative BC in the province of British Columbia. It made a big difference. We didn't just have to play music for kicks because it hurt our soul to spend 2 years going without it, but the performers actually were able to get paid for their time too. In this case, for performing at an event that under ordinary circumstances would not have generated a lot of pay, typically, when your event is rained out, it gets cancelled. You don't expect to be collecting many ticket admissions or getting many donations, selling many drinks. Not that we're doing any of this in the park, but in our case, our headliner, Jeff Berner, at our little Accordion Noir Festival concert on September 11th, he was concerned. The numbers were not looking good, the public health numbers, and he was petrified. His fans were going to come out and get sick, make each other sick, and people were going to die. If you follow Jeff on social media, you will know this is first and foremost in his mind every hour of every day. It's a big burden for one man to bear. But he has his outlet of music also. So, in order to get him to agree to participate in this performance, as we've had him headlining our festival every year since its establishment, as often as it's doable, barring any conflicts or disasters, and we had to guarantee him the smallest crowd imaginable. He didn't want all his people out. He wanted virtually none of them. And so we set up some tents, some pavilions for performers to perform music in. And the weather cooperated gloriously. It dumped rain for hours. The day before and the day after were beautiful. The day of our concert was absolutely wretched. Still, some people enjoy accordion music enough to sit out in the rain in the middle of the park to enjoy it. But really our audience, our intended audience, was you people who we cannot get sick. At least not that kind of sick. But before we get to Jeff, there were 2 opening acts. Very exciting. I didn't even know if we were going to do an Accordion Noir Festival this year until we received an inquiry. That demonstrated there was demand for one to happen. So Lucy Lambert asked if there was a chance their band could play. the Hummingbird Trio. I said, absolutely, we will build the festival around your set. We got Jeff on board. We got a third, the inimitable Anna Bonbon. And that, my friends, is all the set you need for a very worthwhile and rewarding festival gig. We're going to open with, as we did at that show, the Hummingbird Trio. In the weeks and days leading up to the festival, the ranks swelling became the Hot Water Quartet. The Hummingbird Quartet became the Hot Water Quintet. But then the day of the festival, disaster struck, illness, and back down to trio, the last minute trio. I don't know what else the two supporting players added to their sound, because if you ask me, the three of those players together is complete. I think you're going to love their unique take on kind of a New Orleans inflected jazz and blues music from nearly 100 years ago. I only regret we weren't able to capture the entire set due to technical difficulties. It's not as easy filming in the rain on consumer grade equipment as you might expect. But we have some recordings we weren't able to share due to technical issues or strange copyright issues that result from sharing music on YouTube. I just want you to be watching the performances today and not the advertisements. So anything that their algorithm decided we would need to throw advertisements in front of has been shunted off of this playlist. But we're going to make it all available on our YouTube account. So do check in a week or so, see what you missed. Lots of great stuff. I expect only great things out of the Hot Water Quintet, and you're about to see what greatness resulted from the last minute trio. It gives me great pleasure to present them for the first time at our festival in this configuration, possibly for the first time ever. Enjoy.